Hello and welcome to my garden. Today I'm going to be doing an instructional video on how to do my study. You guys will be receiving a little pack in the post the next 2 weeks which will give you all the instruction on how to do the study, but I'll also be doing a video to explain how to set up your garden and how to undertake a survey. So first thing I want you to do is read the instructional booklet. This will give you all the information you need to complete the study and how to ID the pollinators we want to ID and how to identify the plants within your garden.
So when you read through your booklet, make sure you pay lots of attention to the 2 pages that I've got up on the screen. The page on the left tells you everything you need to know about setting up your garden for the study and a reminder about your mowing regime. And the page on the right tells you everything you need to do each week. So each week you'll complete an insect survey. This will be counting and identifying the insects you see in your 2-metre square that land or foraging on flowers, and then a plant survey in the 1-metre square, so the smaller area, and then a 2-minute count of pollinating insects somewhere else in your garden. The idea is you pick somewhere you think you'll see lots of insects and then just count how many pollinating insects you see. No need to identify them at this one. And then finally a progress photo of how your lawn is growing so we can see what's actually happening to your lawns.
So 1 week after you've mowed your lawn, I want you to find a spot which is about in the centre of your lawn and place a little marker, and then measure 2 metres away from that marker, like so. And then do this until you've formed a 2-metre square, and this is going to be the patch where you do your survey. Then each week when you want to complete an insect survey, you're going to grab this page of your information booklet and fill in the date and the weather conditions on the day that you're completing the survey. And then you're going to do a tally of the insects that you see visiting flowers within your 2-metre patch within your lawn. So then we want to look at what flowers are in our lawn. So to do this, we need to take a smaller section, a metre squared, within your patch. So just mark this with some smaller pebbles or some pegs and make a same metre square.
The next thing I need you to do is grab a ruler or a tape measure and place that in the middle of the square and measure the maximum height that your grass comes to and jot that down, ideally in centimetres. The next task is to estimate the percentage of your square that's covered by flowers. This can seem a little daunting. You might look at the picture I've got on the screen and wonder how on earth you're going to calculate the percentage. But if you kind of imagine that you're drawing a circle around each flower, something like this, and then you accumulate all those flowers into all those circles into a corner of your square, you can begin to see how much the flowers actually cover your square. But even this, it's quite a hard estimate to make. So the kind of scale we're looking to get is roughly an accuracy of 10%. So you can look at this by dividing your square in your mind into 9, so that's a third of each end, and this roughly is 10% of your square. Not completely accurate, but the easier way to do it. And you can see that of these daisies, they're barely covering 1 square, so this is under 10%, and this is the scale we're kind of looking to get. But anything within the region of 25%, so just knowing whether under a quarter of your square is covered, or whether under a half is, or over a half, or closer to all of your square is covered. That's the kind of scale we're looking for. I'm not looking for 1% of your square is covered. I don't need that level of detail, just to make your lives easier. And then the final thing I need you to do is to identify the species within your square. You can do this using the identification guide within the booklet, or you can use the PlantNet app, which is really helpful. I don't need this necessarily to what we consider species level, as some of the species look really, really similar. But just kind of the best and closest guess you can get from the identification guide. Then you need to count how many of each species there are. Unfortunately, the photo I've got was taken in April, so there's just daisies on my lawn, but there's about 13 daisies within my lawn, so I just jot that down. in my booklet.
So that's how you complete a weekly survey, and each of you will have a different mowing regime that you have to follow, but these will be outlined in your information document, so make sure you follow these. If you have any further questions about the study, or you want to send me some pictures or an update, you can either email me on my mowing email, or send me a tweet on Twitter, or head to the website where I'll have some more information videos. Okay.